Light snow 27 degrees.
This is a special edition of WeatherScope.
A powerful nor'easter continues its slow march up the eastern seaboard, causing coastal flooding and spreading heavy snow across some inland areas. Hello, and welcome to this special edition of WeatherScope. I'm Warren Madden.
And I'm Sharon Rees-Alton. In the middle Atlantic coast, folks there have been lashed with wind and rain all day long. And in other areas, you're getting quite a bit of snow. And folks in Cincinnati know all about that. Snow covers Cincinnati, Ohio area tonight. The big storm dumped nearly a foot of snow across this area, and that nearly broke the record for the greatest 24-hour snowfall. Coastal areas of New England are beginning to feel the effects of this huge storm. This is Chatham, Massachusetts that you're looking at. It's located on Cape Cod. Folks here are preparing as the light rain began, and the winds, of course, are increasing. So some really nasty conditions as a result of this system, and it's going to continue as we go through the overnight. Looking at the satellite, pretty impressive, I'd say. If you look closely, you can see the circulation around our area of low pressure, which is all the way down here just off the coast of the Carolinas. The counterclockwise flow around that low is drawing in plenty of moisture, and because it's so wound up, we're seeing some very strong winds, some high surf, and there is some concern also about high tide, which comes around 2 a.m., watching for the potential for some coastal flooding in these regions as well. Quick peek at some of the rainfall amounts, and very impressive amounts. Virginia Beach, for instance, over 6 inches, and snowfall amounts equally as impressive. Cincinnati, Ohio, 12 inches. Lexington, Kentucky, 11 inches. Evansville, Indiana, 4 inches there. And Punxsutawney Phil predicted a little more winter, and he was right in this case, 2 inches in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. As we look at the current map, again, you'll see that the isobars, the lines of equal pressure, pretty close together. When they're that tightly packed, when you connect the dots of equal pressure and you end up with very close lines, you have very strong winds in that vicinity. So just to the north of the low, not immediately in the vicinity of the low, but to the north of it, coastal areas of Virginia and on up into parts of southern New England, really getting hammered with some heavy winds at this particular point in time. So we continue to watch that. All the way on into areas like Richmond, very strong winds and persistent rains. And look at the moisture here, folks. Let me break this down. As we look around New York City, we've got some rain coming down, occasionally seeing that mixing with some sleet or snow. Hartford looking at some freezing rain at this point in time. Up around Binghamton, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. And we're going back and forth in other parts of southern New England from rain to from a cold rain to a very light, wet snow. So All depends on where you are, and even where you are, you're seeing a bit of a mixture in some spots. It's just kind of a mess out here. Many of the interstates are going to be real tough for travel. Case in point around Cincinnati. Real tough to go around. The schools are closed. You've had about a foot of snow, and it's still going to come down this evening. Still seeing some light snow. It's actually sleet and light snow again around the Cincinnati area. Indy reporting a little bit of light snow off and on. And there's a look at your snowfall forecast as we go through the overnight on into early Thursday. Quick peek just to show you the marine warnings that remain in effect and coastal flood advisories, folks. These are warnings actually from Ocracoke on up toward Watch Hill, Rhode Island. Warren?
Cleanup efforts could be interrupted by even more heavy rain in Northern California. A new storm system is racing toward San Francisco tonight. More flooding is definitely a possibility. Arizona was in the line of fire from the last storm last night and this morning as part of that storm system moved across the southwest. This is the Phoenix area where some streets and roads were underwater as a result of the rain. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain fell in the northern suburbs of Phoenix. There are still some scattered showers in the region again this evening. Here you can see them going on to our radar here. I've seen some showers across the Phoenix area, though not too much happening right now. Looks like things dying out, but farther to the east and south, seeing some rain still in the Tucson area, and that also extends across southeastern Arizona. Fort Huachuca reporting some showers over the last couple of hours as well. Also seeing some rain and snow depending upon your elevation here in the state of New Mexico. We've seen snow at places like Alamogordo, also Tucumcari, and also Las Vegas, New Mexico has seen snow over the course of the evening. All caused, well, we have see this dashed line here? This is a trough of low pressure, kind of the last storm as it works its way into the Rocky Mountains. However, it's the next storm that's going to cause problems for California. It's already getting awfully close to the shoreline here. You can see it coming on in, and you can really see that tropical connection from all the way down around the Hawaiian Islands, see the stream of moisture moving up. And behind this storm, there's a couple more even getting ready to move eastward and move on shore. So very unsettled time of it. Looks like right on through into the weekend in California. Here you can see the rain already starting to get in closer. Let's head it in a little closer here, and you can see, well, it didn't just suddenly disappear. Radar clicked off for a second. We'll probably see the image come back. And you can see the rain also coming in towards San Francisco now. It looks like another wet morning commuting out and about. It's also going to be a very stormy morning in terms of wind. Gale warnings up from Cape Flattery down to Point Arena. We have seen gusts up over 40 miles an hour earlier this evening, places such as Brookings, Oregon. And as we look at the heavy surf advisories from Point St. George all the way down to the U.S.-Mexican border, heavy surf will continue to batter the coast, so please be careful, those of you who live in coastline homes. Looking at the big picture now, you can see our storm in the east, a little rain coming across Texas, and our new storm coming into the west. What's going to be happening as we head into the day on your Thursday? Let's find out on that now with our